Hello ladies, it's me Penny at Penny's Place. I thought I'm doing this little job here and I thought, well, I could be doing it with you really, couldn't I? So making all my mistakes like in front of you, isn't it? I don't do that often. I do the mistakes very often, but you know. So what I'm doing here is, last night, honest to God, I was up to about 3:30. I could not sleep last night. So I came in here and where's that other? Hold on. Whoop. Yeah, there it is, isn't it? This is it. You know them baskets I've been making? Let me turn myself around. You know these little crafty baskets I've been making? The very latest one, the pretty pink and white one, I did like a journal and some pockets. And then last night when I couldn't sleep, I came in here and I thought, do you know, they'd look a lot better with pockets and whatnot. So last night I put 2 pockets in here, okay, and yeah, you've seen that. That's the needle case, scissor keeper. And then last night, yesterday afternoon and the rest of last night, I did this little journal. It's only a small one, but I've covered it in the same fabric. I'm going for right little bits now. I'm running out of, you know, all coordinating fabric. In fact, I didn't have a piece I liked to go on here, so I've used the paper, and some of the paper I've used inside. So so I think that worked all right. I put green satin first, and then when I glued it, I did glue this, the glue come through, so I had to disguise that, but I still think it looks nice now with the it's like a satin. It's very thick material, and I've just given it a little charm thing there. So that's a little sewing thing about necessity of thrift. That's how sewing became about and what have you. Pretty lady there, an old advertising there. I've done a little tag, okay, just goes in there. Lots of journaling pages, a couple of stamps on this one. That's took from a pattern. This is just a little slide belly and some little tickets inside there. I just used up a bit more of that paper and just cut some little circles so they look a bit like buttons. Another thing about doing mending. And in this one I was going to do just a normal pocket, and then I ended up doing this, which I thought was quite good. A little extra notepad so that you could, you know, do your shopping list, or when you're running out of a certain colour cotton, you can make a dot of it and then stick one of them in your handbag or your purse, you see. So that just closes up. I've not fastened it, and it's got again a little pop-it button to keep it closed. So it's quite nice, that one, and it's done it, like I say, in fabric and nice paper. Hasn't it? So I'll put that in here so my dirty hands don't go all over it anymore. They're not dirty actually, just clean them. There. So I thought, Harper's away. Oh, I'll tell you about that. Oh, hold on. He does know I've broken this anyway. You know, the camera, that's why it keeps going. Woo. So Harper's away. Why is he away? Well, he didn't want to go out because of all the danger of being out there at the moment. But it's on my behalf. He's gone into he's braved the world and I've given him strict instructions on sanitising his hands and using gloves and everything else, masking. What it is, if you hear me scream, it's because I've broken my chair. One of my casters has fell off, and he's tried to fix it this morning and it won't fix. So he was looking on you know, second-hand sites and what have you. So he found one, a nice office chair, with a, you know, with a high back. I do like a higher back, and it's in Liverpool, which is also a very dangerous area. So well, when he phoned the fella up, I mean, believe it or not, this is only going to be £20. And when he phoned the man up and said, yes, I'll come and collect it, so he's took my wheelchair out of the car and that to make room, the man said, you only want the one? So I said, yes, it's £20 in it for one. He said, well, if you take both, which are both the same, I'm just trying to make space, he said £25. Well, this chair that I'm looking at, I've seen it between £80 and £100 in Staples and, you know, office furniture place and what have you. So hopefully, I think we've got a bargain. Less the petrol, of course, going down there, but it's not too bad. Liverpool, not far. And so I am perched on the edge of my chair, and I can't swivel it like I usually do to my sewing machine and my iron and what have you. This is what breaks the chairs, isn't it? Too much swivelling, Penny, going on here. Far too much swivelling. So, but you can't get up, can you? I've got a tiny little nick there. It's going to annoy me, that. I did have some little tiny scissors, but it's going to annoy me, that. Hold on. There. I mean, that's what you're meant to do, isn't it? It's what's a swivel chair for goodness sake. So what have I done with this one? This is just a piece of card from, I don't know, I think actually there was like charms, you know them charms that I showed you just now. I think it's the card from that. So it's quite a sturdy card, and I've had great difficulty because I have completely run out of all this material, and it's not a colour I play with a lot. So this I don't know, damson I suppose it isn't, something like that. So I'm scooting around looking for combinations. So I came across this, which is a lovely paper. Ooh, don't bend down, Pen, too much, the chair will go. It was from Paper Mania, and I just thought it was a really good combination. It's an A5 size and it weighs 216 grams, so it's quite a nice, you know, card. But it was all the colours that attracted me, which is, of course, that's what they wanted to do, isn't it? Bit from Paper Mania. Now, I'm not sure if I saw recently, I don't know if it's Do Crafts or Paper Mania, something has stopped selling now. I think it's Do Crafts. I was reading about it anyway, but there are still some places that are stocking this. Where did I get this from? I think I got this from the range. I think this was from the range. This one. So that's where I've got that. And I've measured it out. And I've got to be very careful this time where I put my puppets. Because, or my papers inside. Because last time I didn't measure very well. And I came to trim my papers down because of doing the puppet. So you've got to be careful this time. So the next thing I've got to do is an inner. So I found this paper from that museum paper that I have shown you before, which I thought was quite nice, and I like the idea of the bee. And is it on that one? There was another piece. Here it is. There's another little bee insect scene. So I'm going a little bit along with them lines, I think. And this blue is definitely in the colour scheme type of thing. So I'm going to put that on here, which I'll do right now. Will I? Yes, I'll do that right now. That's what I'm doing. And I've got my favourite glue. Here it is. Just brought about... Oh, you twisted again, aren't you? Hold on. I've got to put some more tape on that. I've just stocked up again for winter with this glue. I do like this one. So, you just got to be careful because it's a twisty. And so you do have to be a bit careful. So I'm just going to put a nice thin line up there. You don't need much. Nice thin there, and I'll go wiggle up there. So I'm sat here, ladies, with just a bottle of cold drink because I'm going to get some tape out. If you start moving around, I'm very sorry, ladies. I'm trying to tape you up here. Oh, I'm under here now. Let's put another piece there. The mother of all invention to... Oops. Oh, I think that might be it. It'll slip a slidey again. Hold on. Are we going? Are we right? So, yeah, so that's it. So I'm just got to drink because I have to not got me 11's is, what 11's is? It's nearly 1 o'clock by this. Yesterday I didn't know what time it was. I decided to swap watches. I've got a nice fossil watch. It's not a massive face on it, but I do like it. So I thought, oh, I'm going to wear that for a little bit now. And because this is my summer day one, I always call that one my summer day one. And then I tend to change out of the white one, you know, to something a bit darker. So that looks quite nice. As long as I remember, that's the way I want it, with the bee coming down. And I don't want it going that way. No, I'd like it coming that way. So it's just remembering that, isn't it? So I'm gonna... I've got a little pot of pegs and what have you here. So I'm going to do that. And peg that and let that rest for a minute. And then we'll do this paper on the inside. So in the meantime, I had been making... I've just cut out... for this measurement, I'll tell you the measurement of this little journal if you want. It's like 6.5 by 5, roughly. Okay? Yeah, about 6.5 by 5. So because I know I want my clasps on here, which is, I have to remember that, 3/4 of an inch. I'll drop that down while it's on my mind. Here, gap. 3/4 inch. I'll be looking for the paper soon. I won't know where that is. So I think I've done it right anyway for these. So this card, I found these in a little paper bag I've got, which is my steampunk. As you can see, there's not very many, but there's some quite nice colours still left. And I thought they went well. This isn't steampunk, but they went well with what I've got. And there's another piece there from the museum. So I'm going to just, I'm not getting out my board and all that. I'm just going to fold it like so. Okay. I'm not sure what to cover that with the inside. I've forgotten it was so white. Very, very white in there. It could have some green. Pinky green. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Can't use much that side, but I could use that side, couldn't I? Eh? That's nice. Nice. Yes, and it's green. Look at that. Okay, like that. So measure this again. Let's do the thing is. So I think 13 by 10.5. with that. I'll keep an eye on. Oh, you have to keep. We stop moving about, ladies. There we go. What did I say? 13 and a half. This is why I don't do much. 13 and a half by 10 and a half, I say. 13 and a half by about 10 and a half. Ooh, just. Oops, moved it. It's very wet today. I reckon it's going to go winter, proper winter with ice and snow in the foreseeable future. Foreseeable future being this week. It's very windy and rainy, so I thought I'd wear, I don't know if you can see, nice bright yellow, cheer me up. So that's going to go in there, I've decided. So I'm going to glue that. So glue that first, glue that one there. I thought, well, while I'm doing it, you might as well join in. I had a lovely night last night. I'm looking forward to them very much. Lindsay Bond 2 was on as well. Lorna or Lara Callahan. Sorry, Laura, Lana. She was on. And lots of other ladies on the quiz that Annie Chambers does. Well, it's a chat and a quiz. And we also do I Spy, which is very hard because you're not actually in the room with them, are you? So that makes it a bit harder, that. Now I've got, there you go, I knew it, to put it somewhere. I should have used a piece of paper underneath just to, right. So that's quite nice, isn't it? That's quite a nice docket, that. I've cut that off. I can find my scissors. Trying to remember not to use my fabric scissors. And I'll get, oh, there you go. Somewhere. My desk is not big enough. Now I've got the sprucey one out. I think I've got like a dark greeny one. A distressed green or something. I'm not sure if that's it. Push them back together. This looks very dark actually. That doesn't look like the green at all in that. I've had these for so long. I think I've got mixed up in goodness knows what now. But I don't use them that often, you see. There's one that's definitely like a greeny colour. Never mind, this one will do. This one will do. All I'm going to do is use the pad just to take away that stark whiteness at the end there. You know, I'm not shading it in type of thing. Not for this job. Okay. Now I've lost the lid for this one now, haven't I? There we go. So that goes in there. I'll shut that. Now we've got to do some papers for it. So I don't want that. I want some paper. I've put some paper somewhere. Where have I put that paper? Now I have been dyeing some paper this morning. Yeah, put those papers. Been dyeing some this morning. Well, here's a little bit of it, that's not it. I'll put them to dry somewhere most probably. Hold on, let's have a look here. Here's some. So I've got an assortment here. Some of these are Oh, it's driving me mad, this. I'm going to lasso it to something, I think. These are painter papers. Now, I think some of these are from my lovely friend Beadie, and some I have done. And I must be getting nearly as good as her, because I can't remember what I've done and what I haven't. And I found this, which was quite a good colour as well. But that's something I've done like a collage on a plain piece of paper, and then tea dyed these. So I think we're going to use a bit of this tea dyeing effort. Let's see what we can make of that, because it's quite nice. That it's a big rip in that one, so I have to be careful. So for the inside, I'm going to double check on that as well. Oh, loads of space, that's lovely. So again, you want it just slightly smaller, won't I? So if I say 12 by 9.5 sheets. Oh, wait a minute, 12. That's right, yeah. 12.5 by 9. I have to write it down. 12.5 by 9 it is. Yeah, right on here. And 9 centimetres. What are we doing here at all? Right, that's it. That's it. I'm not playing anymore. How much have we got time-wise anyway? 21 minutes, ladies. So, I might say goodbye in a second. Sort my silly camera out. Sort my silly camera out if I can. And Arthur's on his way back, so we're going to have lunch. So all I'm going to do is cut the appropriate papers out to fit into this little, what do you call these, signatures. Okay? And while I'm gone, I'll most probably stick that bit in as well. Okay? But we'll come back and I'll try and get to the more interesting one where I where we do embellishments on it and things like that. I don't know if to look at you crooked or what. It's driving me mad. But I'm going now, and this is my saying for today. Okay? Do I look like a people's person? That's why even Harper's left me, you see. Cat left me, now Harper's left me. Harper's on his way back and we're going to have lunch. So, bye-bye for now. Thank you for joining me, and I'll be back soon. Bye. Stay safe.